Before we get started, Julian Phillips' injury was a hip flexor strain, so he'll be evaluated. And we'll take questions for Coach who wants to get things started. Start with Rob.
Coach, this is Rob.
Yeah.
You've been doing this a long time. Have you ever had two in a row in like that?
You know what? I'm probably close. I don't know, but you know what, Rob? I'm really proud of that fight those guys put up in the second half. I mean, Missouri played terrific in the first half, and Julian, I'm proud of him too. He hurt himself in practice yesterday, and he did everything since practice and today to try to get himself ready, and came out and just gave us what he could. But then. And they shot the ball well, but the way we fought back with that group in the second half, I'm just, again, I love it. I mean, it's a different feeling than the one the other night because, again, we had a major defensive breakdown that we know that we can't have. We all hurt for Santi. I mean, he's hurting, and I hurt for him because he knows he had a chance 2 games in a row to put the game on the ice, but. He's won a lot of games for us, and I hate it for him. I mean, I do because he's where we are today and where we've been. He's had a lot to do with it, but again, that was one of those heaves that you see happen where they, that was more of a desperation one, and they made it. But again, I'm just really proud of the fight these guys put up.
David.
Rick, the threes they did hit, was that their good shooting, or was there?
Oh, they shot. They made. I mean, think about it, they banked one in early, and it's not like we were lost them too many times, and that's what they do. And so again, they shot the ball extremely well, and we're going to run into teams like that. Again, I thought they got too many points off our turnovers. Really proud of the job that B.J. Edwards did when he went in there again. Zakai. We need Zakai in the game. He's got to stop fouling the way he does, and we've talked about that with him. And especially the last one, he can't put himself in that situation. But again, we chose to foul the possession before that last one because of the minutes that those guys have played in the second half. We just felt like we needed to try to win it in regulation, and we had our chances with the free throws, but get a 4-point lead like the other night, but it's part of the game. It is, but I just hate it. I hate it for Santi because I know how he feels, and it's tough. But hopefully, I think we can grow from both of these situations. And as hard as it is right now, and the fact that we got a lineup that hasn't practiced, played together, and I'm proud of them. I really am. The fact that they fought the way they did. We're all disappointed that we lost, and a lot of basketball left to play, and I think that we're going to get it going, and certainly hope so. We need it now to get going at the right time, but a lot of teams have gone through it this year. It's hit us here at a time when you don't want it to, but we'll grow from it.
Ryan, Grant, Mike, and Troy.
How do you keep the team positive and focused on all the good in the second half after a second straight loss like that?
I think they will. I think they'll. And you know what we wanted? I told them effort. I thought we had a good effort in the first half, and we knew we needed to change the game in terms of when you're down like that. We felt like, and again, we always want to do it, but I just felt like something started clicking with Tyreek in the Vandy game that we had seen. Shaq went in playing deep. Kobe Brown's a Player of the Year candidate, and I thought Shaq went in and we played with 4 guards, and which all that versatility that we have, but we got to get more consistency from guys that have played a lot of minutes. That's where we got to get that, but again, I'm just proud of Jemai. I'm really proud of. I thought Jonas went in too. I mean, what can I say? I mean, he went in and got some things done. I think he's a better free throw shooter than he is, and but the fact that we're getting there, maybe this will show the guys the importance of doing that. But again, it's a tough one. It is tough.
Is it a concern to be talking about consistency at this point in the season?
With certain guys, it is. I mean, you guys watch us practice some, and you've seen us all year long, and you're hoping guys will turn the corner with it. And again, I think, yeah, I mean, there's certain guys that we know that we need to be consistent.
Rick, you sound quite positive for a team who's lost back-to-back games for the first time all season. Why is that? Also,
Well, we love our team. You know, we know these guys care. I mean, you know, they came out and we wanted to play and played against a team tonight that we're going to play against one Wednesday night that can make 13 threes. And but the way we fought back with, again, we were down 2 guys that played minutes for us. You know, actually 2 starters. But again, I'm not sure if I consider. I mean, I consider Tyreek a starter. I do. You know, I'm not concerned about that. But I just believe in these guys. I do. And I've been doing it long enough to know that you hit some spells like this, and as quickly as we got in it, we can get out of it. And I think that once we do get out of it, which I know we will, we're going to get going, trending in the way that we need to be where we want to be when it's all said and done.
Rick, you strayed away from the 2 big lineup in the second half. What went into that decision, and do you feel like it opened up the offense at all?
Defense, yeah, there's no doubt. But the guys on the big guys that we have can play do that. But the fact is, they weren't. We had to push out, had to guard better, and that's the thing that we want all our post lineup guys to do. The big lineup, and there's no reason. And that's where they've been very inconsistent with the defense in terms of understanding when you play against a team where you got to press out and push out, and but I know we need to stay like that offensively, but I'm not sure it had to do with being a smaller lineup, and it's defense. That's why we did it. If you want, why we made that adjustment, strictly defense. We felt we had to get somebody that would go out and really compete against Kobe Brown, and Jemiah was a guy that we believe in that can do that.
Ben, then Reese.
With BJ, did you put him in because of Zakai's foul trouble there in the first half, and what did you like from him? And then your decision to start Jonas there, what went into that?
Just practice and what they've been doing for productivity and trying to do what we need them to do. I thought BJ, again, he's gotten better ever since we started using him a lot on the scout team. We've watched him grow tremendously, and we told him yesterday that he better be ready. We had him today, a little bit of the scout team, but we walked him through, talked him through, had him do some stuff with the guys that we normally do on game day. And other than getting picked right there, you know, he looked calm, cool, collective, and he's we've always thought he's going to be a good guard and a good player for us, and we still think that. But just for him not to play for, you know, games on in and go in and do that, I think speaks volumes about him.
Coach, back here, you say you see Tyreek Key as a starter. How have you seen his confidence grow in the past couple of games?
Just, again, being the guy that we know he can be. And defensively, he's gotten so much better. But it goes back. I mean, we need he and Santi and Z. I mean, Z, we told him, we've talked to him for days on end. We'd rather him shoot the ball than go in there and throw up shots that are very low percentage shots. And even, he's had 2 games in a row where, what did he shoot tonight? 1 for 6, and you know, we want him to do what he does well. That's all we want these guys to do. Tyreek is starting to feel it, see it at different levels, but I like where he is, and again, it's a tough way to lose. I mean, again, I can't tell you how bad I feel for Santi. He knows it, and he'll be back there again, and I think he'll grow from it.
The injuries and foul trouble, you know, I said to play the same group for a ton of the second half. Did you feel like fatigue had any issues for y'all at the end of the game?
No, I think emotion. I thought Zakai got too emotional. That foul, he can't do that. I mean, think about it. We were getting fouled and putting a little pressure on him to go score, and they were still, shooting some perimeter shots, and then they decided to start fouling, and same fouls the officials were going to call on our end, they're going to call on the other end. And we gave up 2 straight possessions where we put them on the foul line, as opposed to where I thought they were reeling a little bit, as opposed to making them score. We put them on the free throw line, and then they made a tough bank shot, then the ball rolled through Santi's legs. That turned into a 5-point play before we got down. But with that, free throws could have maybe been a little bit easier, but that's part of the game. But the way, you can go back, like I said the other night, we turned it over in some ways we did tonight, where from a scout report, like we know they're a team that back tips, and we lost a couple of those tonight, which we emphasize that a lot. Those are the turnovers we got to cut out, because the other night of our turnovers, every one of the one, we forced it. We did it. Tonight, they turned us over some. We still turned ourselves over a little bit at times that we can't do.
Coach, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
This is like 2 years ago.